Hi, everybody. This is Julissa. Thank you so much for being here. And if you're listening in the podcast, thank you so much for listening. I'm here, guys. It is Wednesday, June 28th, 2023. I'm here. The month is almost over, but this is so bizarre. And if in case you haven't heard yet, but the singer Pink has been doing a concert, I believe, in London. So this past weekend, she was performing, doing her concert, and somebody threw a bag of sand to her on the stage, right? So this is so bizarre because when she questioned the concert goer, I guess one of her fans, and she said, "What is this?" And then she said, "Is this?" And then I guess they reply, and she says, "Is this your mom?" And then she says, "I don't know how I feel about this," right? There's a whole video of it already on the internet. It was at a concert, so it was already being televised, and there was a lot of people there, of course. So knowing that this happened, it just tells you guys the stage, the mindset of society, right? A couple things. Number one, how do people see artists as? Right? A couple of things that we learn from this. To For you to think that an artist like Pink or any other artist, right? What makes you, like, you're getting ready for the concert, right? And you're getting ready for the concert, you buy your tickets and you plan it out, right? Maybe friends are coming with you and all of that stuff. And then you're like, oh, let me bring my mom's ashes with me and I'm going to throw it to her on stage. Like, what goes behind people's mind to think of something like that? So disrespectful. It's not. It's not the normal human mind that will think of doing something like that. And not only that, right? I think the whole idea, it looks almost like bringing it to somebody of authority, I guess you can say, like somebody that you idolize so much, to be bringing the ashes of your mom's body to give this to this performer at a concert. And not only to just, if you tell me this is behind the scenes, right, backstage after the concert is over, and you're going to meet Pink, and you want to, it's so crazy I'm wearing pink, and I just thought about that now. But you're going to meet Pink and you're like, hey, can we take a photo? I'm holding my mom's ashes, right? I think a lot of people that do that, right, through their loved ones when they pass, and they have their ashes. I never seen them put them in a bag. I never seen them do that, right? And then um usually it's like this. We all seen it in movies and things like that. I never actually seen one in person, but we've seen it in movies and television when they have this type of gold type of looking container. It looks like an old coffee maker or something, coffee container pot. You guys know what I'm referring to. And they have it like in the living room, in an area with a photo next to a photo. And it's very, like, for a lot of people, obviously, because of what it is, it's very sacred, right? And to see somebody be like, oh, I'm going to the concert, Pink's concert, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get the ashes, put it in a bag, and then I'm just gonna throw it to her on stage. Like, what is going on with people? To the normal human mind, that would be like, that's so disrespectful. I think when you go, and I know everybody's different, don't get me wrong, but when you go to the process of losing somebody and then coming to the decision to have the ashes of them, right? You I From what I seen, like I said, I never seen one personally. I never had anybody that knows me like speak about how they have, a loved one in, ashes or something like that. So I don't have that much experience when it comes to that, but normally they'll treasure it, like, very, they take it very sacred, very, they treasure it with them. Nobody can touch, nobody can walk nearby in case they drop it. So this person who went to the concert, the mindset was, I'm gonna put it in a plastic bag. I'm gonna throw it, get as close as I can on the stage, and just throw it out to Pink and see what she'll do. And like I said, to the average human mind, that would be very disrespectful, and that's why Pink reacted the way she did, right? Besides the fact of, she's in a concert and she was wearing like imagine, I know this is so used in society, but to me, being a Christian, like to see a performer dressed like that, the way she was on stage, and people are like, what are you expecting? It's a concert and things like that. It's always so crazy to me how the woman is always dressed so provocative in a concert, especially the singer, right? And then when it comes to the men, they're so, fully dressed and all of that. And it's like society, like I said, we can see so many things out of this short clip and the whole ordeal that happened. Society is okay with that and it's being accepted. And like, how comfortable do you feel to have so many men surround you? She always said, she always comes with her family to see, to go touring and stuff. And she, like I said, she's in London now, or was in London this past weekend, and she's doing all of that. And then you see everybody in the crowd just looking at her, the way she's dressed, right? But anyways, to me, that was just so weird still, right? I think society is so used to seeing performers like that. You see it on Grammys and it's thrown at you on television. It's become the norm, I guess you can say, for female performers to dress like that. But anyways, what I'm going to, so Pink reacted just as a normal person, I guess, will do when it comes to the ashes of somebody who died, right? She said, I don't know how I feel about this. And she said, is this your mom? She said, I don't know how I feel about this. And then she placed the alleged ashes on the stage and resumed performing just like a pill. I think that the whole ordeal that happened with this concert goer is so bizarre and only goes to show you how society is these days. For you to lose respect so fast of something that is, for a lot of people who have ashes of their loved ones, to be so sacred, and they put it in a place, near a photo and nobody can go near, or we don't want you dumping that and things like that. For your mind to be like, oh, I'm going to a concert and I'm going to grab the ashes, put it in a bag and throw it across the stage. And besides what I said about what Pink was wearing, I kind of like that she immediately knew that was an issue, right? She's like, I don't know how I feel about this, right? Imagine another performer being like dancing around with the bag or something. Like, that would have been even more like worse for the whole outcome of this, because it would have shown you this is why they're doing it. And then everybody, like the next concert will be everybody, all of her fans will be bringing ashes, finding, like stuff and ashes, and like, and be like, oh, here's my dead this and this, my other this, can you dance around it again, on stage like you did with the other person on the last concert. So it's just a little bizarre, this whole thing. um we gotta pray for society. I'm laughing because I just still can't believe what is the mindset of a person to do that. Like I said, if you're gonna meet the artist after the concert is done, right, and you're like, my mom was a fan of yours, let's just say, and she died, I have her ashes here, it will be like symbolic or something for us to take a photo together. She tried to go to your concert, or she been to so many of your concerts, let's do this, let's have a memory photo now. But to just throw it like that, it's just so bizarre. It's not normal behavior. I don't know how to put it, but it's just quite interesting, and then that to see how Pink was dressed, it's also like, oh my goodness, this is what married men and single men go to a concert. They pay so much money and then look at what they go see. And then people get mad why they go to a strip clubs. Like, it's basically the same thing. And this is how society is right now. They call good things that are bad. Both ways, this is only an alert for like how society is, and also I guess for, hopefully, for Pink to think, hey, maybe I shouldn't dress like that. Of course, who am I to even say anything like that, right? I'm just a little dot in this world trying to call something out like this. But I'm saying, like, a lot of people will see this and be like, oh, they excuse it. Like it's a normal thing. This is how brainwashed society is. You have to understand, right? That the Bible says, if you look at a woman and you lust after her, that's a sin in the eyes of God. And this is how the enemy operates. He's gonna bring artists and people. Besides the fact that I always come here and tell you guys how following an artist, and I understand we have our favorite musicians, and I have a lot of favorite Christian music and all of that. But this whole society of social media, and I people will say I'm such a huge Pink fan, right? Since I was young. So I'm gonna go to her concert. I'm gonna dress just like her, right? I'm gonna bring my daughter with me, and they're gonna see her dress like that. And then you have young girls looking at Pink dancing on stage, right? Dressed like that, being applauded and being people paying money and seeing how famous she is, and people applauding what she does. And we love Pink. It was an amazing concert because that's what they hear when the show is over. And then you have young girls looking at that and be like, I want to be just like Pink. What's wrong with that? People is applauding her. And it starts like that. They brainwash the young girls, right? And they see something like that. And they're like, what's wrong with me dressing like that? I want to be just like that because I like the attention. People might say, they might say, I want to be famous, and I want to have a crowd of a sea of people clapping at me. And it's okay for me to dress like that because I just saw somebody doing that. And my mom perhaps was elated after the show was over. And all we did going back home was listening to Pink music. And then it starts like that. It's like every time you take a child um, to a concert like that, it's a seed that you're putting into their brain. And then 20 years after that, you see that you have a daughter that all she does is basically is dressing immodestly, and then she's like using OnlyFans, I guess you can say, to make money. And you're like, what happened? Where did I go wrong? It starts like that. You might not see it, but society is so brainwashed that they think all of that stuff is just, oh, it's a performer. So what do you expect, right? It's okay if Shakira is half naked on her songs. That's what she does. It's like married men and unmarried men see that, right? And everybody's applauding that. And this is the state of society. And if somebody bringing their loved one ashes to a concert and throwing it across stage, don't see a problem with that. Imagine where we're gonna be a few years from now. So it's just quite shocking. It's good to speak about stuff like that. So let me know what you guys think about this whole um, recent Pink concert that happened. And if you have seen the video, let me know. Thank you, everybody, so much for coming here and listening and watching this video. Have a good day, everyone. God bless.